you think did the best. And, sometimes there's a runoff, but most of the time, the guy or girl that really, role played their stuff, everybody will point at them. I'll give them that die, and that's their little prize,
Nice.
And, it's, it comes a while where everybody's got like a ton of D20s if you do a long campaign that way.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, after about the 5th or 6th session, everybody just trying to get their ward at least one time, will really dig down and try to really bring out their character. And then everybody ends up being better role players.
Right.
Just within 10 or 20 sessions, everybody is, you don't even need to do it anymore because everybody's doing what you wanted.
Right. Yeah. I actually had my Friday night group at one point. They were doing Waterdeep Dragon Heist as well, and I did a giveaway for a Xanathar plush little dice bag, and it looked like a beholder, and the bottom of it zipped open. But yeah, we used to do very similar things to that at the shop.
Well, I'll buy loose D20s at the game shop if there's a kids table. The kids are playing, whoever's dungeon master, I'll give them dice. I'll buy them dice. I'm like, give this out to your players as rewards or whatever. I really support kids playing D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my hustle when I was 12, is I'd paint miniatures and then walk down to this place called the House of Hobbies, and they would let me put them in a little corner on a shelf. And when people bought them, I would buy more miniatures and I would paint them. And there would be plenty of quarters for the arcade games out of that. That was my hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah, played D&D and painted miniatures.
Hello, Devin. Hello, Cameron. And hello, Corey.
Hi.
All right. So, welcome to the Pirates of Drinax. We will be picking up where we left off last week. These guys are in mid-combat. But before we get started, I'd like to thank a friend of the Greenwater Guildhall tonight. Tonight, we would like to thank the Speechless Bard. She and her husband make beautiful leather products for your tabletop games. They have leather covers that she can make for your core rulebooks. She has a dice rolling mat that rolls up and looks like a spell scroll. She has this new item. They are currently out of stock, but it is called the Caster's Compendium, and it is a combination card tray and dice tray, and on the inside cover, it looks like a spell book, and on the inside cover is a magnetic spell tracker. She is able to customize anything, and she does all of the work by hand. She is an amazingly talented artist. If you are in the U.S. and you're ordering, especially if it's for a gift idea, give yourself a little bit of extra time. She's over in the U.K., and it can take a while to cross the pond, especially with the supply chain issues, and of course now the railroads are going to go on strike. So you'll want to give yourself a little bit of extra time. It's not her fault if it takes a long time to get to you. If you are a fan of our Wednesday Night Traveler games, we do have a website via Obsidian Portal. The adventure log on that website is written in the manner of news articles from the Traveler News Service. And the players are starting to take more and more of a front page newsworthy cycle. But generally it covers everything going on in the Trojan Reach with a little bit of information sneaking in from the outside. If you're a fan of the page, please go to the front page and give us a thumbs up. We do like to see those fan likes, and we hope you enjoy. So, where we left off last week, you guys were in the fighter hangar of the Royal Palace here on Vimarda. I don't know where that sound came from. I have too many gadgets. I don't know what sound that was. And we left off on Keith Clark's turn. What would you like to do, Keith?
Yeah, I was thinking of dropping a grenade right around here.
Well, let's see here. So, grenade. Frag has a range of 20 meters. Now, just for my own edification, let me double check something here. Okay. Yeah, that's a little scary. So I just figured it out. So it says that, let's say a frag grenade.
Yeah, frag grenade.
So frag grenade has a blast of 9, which that would be 9 hexes from where it lands. If each hex is 1.5 meters, which is what ours is currently set to, that means it has a range of 13.5 meters, but you only have a range of 20 meters to throw the son of a bitch. So that's a little scary. I mean, that
yeah.
To me, that's a little bit too close, but, you know. So let's see here. If you wanted to drop it... Oh, yeah, you certainly could do that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do it a little further, like right there, right? Right there should be far enough that I can get those guys.
Would get... Let's see here. That would get all of these guys.
Sweet.
Go ahead and make an athletics dex roll.
Okay. Ooh. That is a 11.
An 11?
11.
Nice. So that is a plus 3 to your damage of 5d.
Plus 3, okay. 23.
Jesus. Well, these guys are in battle dress.
Yeah, they're in battle dress. It's not going to do a lot.
Well, they each took 1 point. Oh, I was like, why isn't this... There we go. Is it going to work for me tonight? Let's see. Oh my god, it is. Hooray! Well, when you're dealing with guys in battle dress, every little bit helps. And did you want to move at all with your minor action? Is there something else you want? Well, I guess you pulled a grenade, so that would kind of be your minor action.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so then up here we have Rexar. What would you like to do, Rexar? Are you muted?
Yeah, the guy with PGMP is down, right?
Yeah, you took care of him last session. Quite in a messy manner, if I remember correctly. So I got rid of the grid so that it's a little bit... the snapping on the grid I find annoying. But the measurement tool still works.
Two minor actions is 6 meters, right?
2 minor actions would actually be 12 meters.
Yeah, I'll get right up here. Off to my X.
So 2 minor actions, you would have 1 minor action left. You wouldn't be able to attack.
I'll just get to the body of the PGFE and stand over it, make sure no one else grabs it.
That's a good idea. All right.
Right here, right?
Yeah, I thought he was right, like right here. Yeah, that's probably more correct. Okay. All right. Ting.
I am in a safe, warm, comfy seat on Shenanigans. I'm drinking some hot tea. I tried the radio thing, but I'm like in spaceship time, which is 6 minutes, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Each turn in a ship is 6 minutes. So, Shenanigans is re-entering Atmo at this point, and informs you that she will have you over the entrance to the Royal Palace, and the ETA is about 10 minutes. She's really cooking.
Right. I see no reason to get involved in that fucking fighting.
Yeah, I don't need to get shot at.
Right. I guess if I'm going to do anything, I would like to try to intercept their comm signals and see if I can listen to what they're saying, if they're saying anything.
Go ahead and make make a electronics comms plus intellect or education, your choice. And you can add +2 to that because you are using military grade communications.
I love military grade communications. That's 16.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I'll roll an 11 in
Shenanigans. Excuse me. So yeah, you are able to patch into their frequency, and you can hear not only your own party's communications, but you can also hear their communications. They are in contact with 2 other groups. The first group, you're not sure where the first group is. You know that they're not very far from this hangar, but you do learn that there is a second hangar that is considered the Royal Hangar. And the communications that you get from the Royal Hangar, these guys basically radio over and are telling the guys in the Royal Hangar, you learn that there are 2 fire teams there, and they tell them, hey, we are under fire, be prepared. We may be having to call in backup, or at the very least, if they get past us, be prepared. They may be on their way. The response is, we're still loading the ship. He says, make sure that those eggheads get here, or the second team in the Royal Hangar radios the first team and says, make sure that those eggheads get their shit together and get here to the Royal Hangar, because as soon as these crates are loaded up, we're leaving.
So can I send missiles to that Royal Hangar?
You could, but you're not going to do much except damage the mountain. Because remember, this palace is actually built upside down. So the palace, the section that you went into is like a facade, a 1 or 2 story royal palace on the surface, but then it's built into this mountain. And the river that went through the middle of the city of Carillon actually goes under the royal palace and comes out the backside of this mountain in a 1,000-foot waterfall. Now all of that's dried up.
We're going to have to get closer and do some scanning to figure out where these people are and what they're doing, I think. Yeah.
All right.
Well, if you could damage the exit, it'd slow them down.
That is true.
I have to find the exit, and I have the atmospheric conditions, and each level of that atmosphere will give me a minus DM on targeting and all kinds of crap.
That is true.
With lasers. So, yeah.
That is true. So that's what you learn, and we'll come back to what you may want to do here in just a minute.
Wonderful.
Ox, what would you like to do?
I'm going to run this way and try and bust through that door and get some cover.
Okay. The door is not locked. It looks like if it was, they've already been in here. You open this door. In this room, you find an armory. But
nice.
Everything in the armory, this is not entirely stuff that you're used to seeing. However, you have seen stuff like this carried by Ting, Shi, and Keith. One rack. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Anything that says use this against battle armor?
Yes. As a matter of fact, there is.
I'm going to try and get around the door so I'm not in there.
To pierce armor, use
yeah.
setting XMZ.
So you find the first rack, of course, that you see is there are 10 advanced combat rifles there. Now, advanced combat rifles aren't really going to be all that exciting.
Been there, done that.
Right.
Been bouncing.
And that's about the most mundane thing that you see in here. You see a rack with 10 Sindalian officers' revolvers. This is the same type of revolver that is carried by Captain Beth. It is these revolvers. I don't know if you know what a Lamat is. They're a Lamat revolver. They can take the cylinder can take 2 cartridges, and the cylinder actually holds 8 rounds. And the 2 different types of cartridges there's a red cartridge that has armor piercing 3 and does 3D -2. They can also take blue cartridge, which is 3D -4 and is a lower powered round and is designed for 0G. There's an underbarrel that is considered a mutiny cartridge that is essentially a blast 2 grenade that goes off at basically point blank range and does 3D +3 damage. Now these aren't exciting as far as being thrown at battle dress either. There is a rack of 10 submachine gun style rifles.
Not impressed. Next.
Yeah, these are Sindalian boarding guns. Auto 5. They are fairly impressive, and they also have the capability to shoot a exploding dart that has blast 2 and does 6D damage. And then there's the last rack. The last rack is a rack of 10 breaching guns. Breaching guns, they're basically a cylinder-fed shotgun that have auto 5 and blast 1, and they allow you to stitch a wall or a door or whatever with sticky grenades, and they explode, doing AP6 and 4D damage. Those could be useful.
Yeah.
Especially if you are using it on burst.
Is similar to a door or a wall.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to try and grab one of those and see if I can find some ammo and figure out how to work it.
So in this room, there is enough ammo as well for 10 reloads for every one of these guns.
Okay. Well, that's what I'll be doing. Getting one ready to go, and I'm going to try and breach one of those Judeco riflemen.
Okay. While you are doing that, Captain Smith, what would you like to do?
I want to use my Nova gun because I'm disappointed in the cryo rifle.
Yes.
Well, I'm disappointed in how I rolled it, really. But yeah, I'll shoot. Okay.
But you're not mad. You're just disappointed.
Okay.
Goram high-tech third Imperium garbage.
Let's see here. So 8. Not rolling great so far. Either.
That is a hit though.
Yeah.
No bonus damage, but it is a hit. Yeah, the only downside of the Nova Gun is it can only be used every other round.
Yeah. Oh, well. 20 altogether. That's good.
Oh, it did not pierce their battle armor, though.
It dazzled them with rainbow lights, though.
Yes, yes. Minor action. Did you want to move? You can move up to 6 meters.
I'll move away a bit.
All right. Qing-Shi is still up on the scaffolding that I forgot to draw into the map.
Yeah, it's fine. And I think sniper is going to snipe. So I'm going to fire on this guy.
Okay.
And I get to it.
Now, if you use your minor action to aim, that gives you a +1 to your roll.
Right, that's the plan. Gun combat. 12.
All right. That is a +4 to your damage.
All right, come on. Here's some armor. Let's see. That one hit the ground. I'm rolling another one. 8, 14, 16. So it's 16, and it's got AP6.
Okay.
So what is that? 1 point gets through?
Yeah, 1 point gets through. This guy
Slow death.
has an owie. Okay. The Judecca Riflemen.
Well, I have a question about the sticky grenades.
Uh-huh.
So can they be thrown? Like, could Ox throw a sticky grenade and have it stick to one of the riflemen?
I would say no.
And then blow it from there like
So,
a door?
these are very specific. And I find it funny because they call the breaching gun a TL-15 weapon, but we actually have weaponry now that is reasonable to that. We are not TL-15. So basically what this is, it's basically a shotgun round that shoots out a contact. It is a small grenade that just basically has a big wad of gooiness on the end of it, and it'll stick to something,
Right.
And then
I'm
detonate.
just wondering if that wad of gooiness could stick to a person.
Oh yeah,
Right.
but you're not going to be able to throw it. It's way too small to really do anything accurate throwing it because it's in a shell casing. So, you know.
So you could shoot it at the rifleman.
Right. Correct.
And see what sticks.
Correct. You could also set it for
Just one
burst fire, and really give him a bad day. The rifleman, this one, is going to use his Gauss rifle and shoot at Keith. And he just hits with an 8. Okay. For 17 damage, Gauss Rifle has AP 5. So, Keith, what is your armor in your battle dress?
22.
Okay. So you take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
This one is going to fire on Rexar. He doesn't like the idea of Rexar getting any closer to him. Aslan and Battle Dress are quite scary. Oh, wait. I gotta reroll that because I rolled way too many dice. What am I doing? I rolled with double advantage. He hits with a 9 for a whole whopping +1, total of +4. Yeah, okay. So, Rexar, what's your battle dress protection?
23.
You take 2 points of damage.
Do my reaction and turn on that shield.
Okay. So you will be at -1 next turn. This guy is going to move 6 meters. And this guy is going to move 6 meters. This guy is also going to fire on Rexar. Just hits. And your armor just stops it. And the last guy that moved up here is going to shoot on Beth. And hits with a 9. Yeah, that's ugly. Even with armor piercing, he is not going to get through your armor. All right, that is all of my guys, right? Yep, that's all my guys. We are back to Keith Clark. What would you like to do?
I will use my laser rifle on this guy.
Okay. Yeah, I think you were doing better with the laser rifle, to be honest.
I agree. 13.
That is a hit. With a +5 to damage.
That is 30.
Holy shit. Okay, so now I got to break out the calculator. Let's see here. So he takes 8 points. Interesting. I just figured something out about Roll20 not wanting to work. It doesn't like to let me put in numbers if I am zoomed out. Interesting. Oh well. So he takes 8 points, and he wobbles for a second, but he does not go down. Minor action. Did you want to move at all?
I think I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay. Rexar, you've got a couple of options. I mean, you've got your axe, of course. You also have Big Thunder, the PGMP.
I don't get to use the PGMP that much anymore.
I know. I mean, this is a rare opportunity for you to go thermal, literally.
I don't figure out.
I remember the first time we actually used a laser rifle in this game. It was in our D&D After Dark game on a Saturday, and they rolled really well, and I was like, holy shit, 5D damage is obscene. That's like, the guy had no armor on. He was just basically vaporized in one shot. But yeah.
The first time Rexar used the PGMP, he got snake eyes and destroyed the ship.
Right, yeah.
Wow. So that's 3. That's the -1 from earlier.
You got a total of 3 to hit with heavy weapons plus dex?
Yes, I rolled snake eyes, and that's heavy weapons +1, and then dex is +1.
Well,
-1.
Luckily for you, that is only a that's only a -5, so it's still an average failure. So Rexar looks an awful lot like Ray in Ghostbusters in the dining room where he's chasing, or Egon when he's chasing the ghost across the ballroom. There's just this line along this wall of particle fire as he rakes the wall. Completely misses his target, but it looks impressive.
Intimidation tactic.
Minor action. Did you want to move at all?
Minor action. Pick up the other guy's BGMP and slap it on my back.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, no one can have it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do that. So yeah, I'll allow you to do that as a minor action. Ting, you are getting closer. You can see ground, and you can see this mountain that, you know, where the city is and where the palace is. And what would you like to do?
Well, I probably need to stay on comms at the moment because I've got party members that are in battle and others could be coming in on them. So I will report.
Did you want to try and do sensors?
Yes, I would like to see if I can scan and get a better idea of what's going on this, of this installation. If I could find where the other party in that possible ship is, that would be neat. Does Shenanigans give me a bonus or anything interesting?
So yeah, you can make so it'll give you a +2 to your sensors check. Roll an electronic sensors plus intellect or education.
Okay. So I've got sensors. So 2, 3, 4, 5. That's beautiful. This would be nice.
Too bad we didn't transfer a nuclear missile or so onto the Shenanigans from the computer.
Yeah, well, I got a 14.
Ooh, okay. You get a whole bunch of information. So the sensors are you scan this mountainside and you get a very general layout. You know that these guys right now are almost directly beneath the main palace on the surface. Your sensors are showing that there is a maglev line that goes from this where they're at and kind of corkscrews down around and lower down in the mountain. And you see that there is some kind of room in between where they're at and where the royal hangar is. And that maglev line stops at this small area, and then it continues on down the mountain to what you are assuming is the royal hangar, and it is a very large hangar. Your sensors are picking up magnetic anomaly, and it's, of course, it's going to be picking up all the metal in the hangar, but the magnetic anomaly detector is enough that it is smart enough that it's able to drown that out. It's picking up that there's a 1,000 D-ton ship in that hangar.
That's a pretty big fucking ship.
Yeah, it's a big mountain. And you can see where this waterfall, you can see where this waterfall would have come down in this royal hangar, where it's situated in the mountain. The entrance to this royal hangar would have been through the waterfall. And you can only imagine that 2,000 years ago, when this planet was in its heyday, it must have been a pretty magnificent sight.
Well, I bet. Now, do I have any indication on whether this is an old Sindalian ship that's really big, or is this the GD ship?
That much you don't know.
I don't know, but I know where the entrance is to this hangar, right?
Correct.
Right. And what is my assessment of me nailing this hangar to go ahead and just put the permanent close on it?
Well, I doubt that you'd be able to do a permanent close, but you can make the situation difficult if you were to launch a missile into that bay.
Yeah.
We don't want a permanent close. Once we own it, we want to be able to fly it away.
Right, but I want to, I'm just saying, I want to make it so that, in order to leave, engineers need to be deployed, I could do more missiles and make it more unstable as time goes by.
Ting, make a recon plus intellect check.
All right. 12.
Okay. You look over your shoulder and you see that Dame Coraline Petrosky has come onto the bridge and has been overhearing and looking over your shoulder and sees the sensor scan, and she says, "Oh my, that is very impressive. You're not going to blow up. That's going to be my ship. You're not going to blow up my ship."
No, not the ship. I'm going to temporarily disable the exit so we don't have to fight that ship.
So, well, that seems to be a good idea.
Of course.
On your next turn, you can, if you would like, you can launch a missile. You're not.
Hell yeah.
You're not flying. Shenanigans is flying herself. So, yeah, you can do that in your next turn.
Yeah, well, it would really help out here if I could convince my friend to go ahead and shoot the turrets at the hangar, too. The more damage we do to the hangar right now, the more time we'll buy while our friends take out the other their enemies. They're fighting hard, and there's reinforcements going there. So we really need to shut this hangar down.
Yeah, she'll fire. Do you want her to fire a missile, or do you want her to fire the lasers?
Yeah, she could. If she's suited in firing missiles would be much better than her. I can jack the trade on that turret and see how it works out.
Okay.
But the heavy missile ought to, that ought to be in competent hands.
Okay.
I would think. I do need to send a message to Captain Beth saying that they have possible reinforcements coming and a big ship in another hangar.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I really like the Traveler GM screen, but it baffles me that they didn't put basic ship weapons and damage on that screen. I think it's very odd that you don't have that in the space game. Here we go, missiles. So... Standard. That's 40. Okay. She hits. Oh boy. She hits for 180 points of damage. Which means oops, I went too
That will definitely change the chatter of their comms.
Yeah. That's a hell of a doorbell. Let's see.
Maybe Shenanigans said something really cool like, surprise, surprise, surprise.
Let's see. So... yeah,
Cobra Pile is the most intimidating antagonist.
These three guys are no longer with us.
But we killed some people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is, I mean, there is a break in the enemy communications as this explosion goes off, and then you can hear, some screams and whatnot over the comms, and they radio that they're taking fire. You guys that are in the current combat, the mountain seems to shake a little bit. So, something big detonated. Ox, you are now armed with a breaching gun.
Okay, well, then I will stick my head out this door, and this G-Deco rifleman will be the subject of the breach.
Okay, I assume that you're going burst fire on him?
Oh, yeah.
So that's an automatic +5 to damage.
Okay. So you probably want a gun combat check.
Correct. So it would be... that's a really good question. Let's see here. Breaching gun.
If I got a second to aim, but I still want to have time to pull my head back, but if I have a second to aim, I'll aim.
Yeah, if you use a minor action, it'll give you a +1.
Okay.
It doesn't... It doesn't say... I'm going to assume that this uses gun combat slug. I mean, this thing's not much bigger than just a submachine gun. Honestly, if you weren't looking too close, you might confuse the breaching gun and the boarding gun. They look very similar. So yeah, it's going to be gun combat plus dex.
Okay. Here we go. Let's see what we get. God, I suck. A 3 and a 1 with a +2 comes out to a total of 6. It went somewhere.
Okay.
I marked up the other wall.
So you, well, this thing only has a range of like 25 meters, but let me see where 25 meters puts it. Oh, I guess you can stitch up that other wall. Okay. So yeah, you go rip and you stitch up that wall, and there is an explosion on this wall right over here. This wall is now blown open.
I didn't like that wall anyway.
Captain Beth, what would you like to do? Things are starting to get more interesting now that there's explosions and shit going off.
Yeah, wow. I don't know if I can get through it with an advanced combat rifle. I might not need to use something else.
Yeah, an ACR, okay. I mean, it does... On burst, you would do 3D plus 3 damage plus anything that you would do, you know, if you get over 8. It's going to be tough to crack Battle Dress with an ACR.
Okay, well...
Do you have any grenades?
I don't know. I have some. I'm just going to try that.
Okay.
Cryo rifle.
Yeah, you can try the cryo rifle. Honestly, isn't a bad idea. It was just an unfortunate set of rolls last time.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Okay. Yeah, that's 6, I think, altogether. It's not good.
So that is also a miss.
Just, I'm leading the way in failure. I don't know what to say.
What?
This has been happening in D&D also, me rolling poorly, like game after game. So
I know, right?
I'm going to be really, really happy, but I'm just feeling awful about it.
Oh. So, if you remember, when you guys were on Thief, they were going shopping, and I don't think that you ever told me what it was that you wanted to buy for your battle dress. Which could make a difference.
I upgrade to the thing with TL12 camouflage on it, it looks like. That's what I wrote down.
Oh, is that what you did?
Yeah, I don't remember what name of the thing it was, but
I think you went with the chameleon, where your armor can change its background. Basically, it's like your battle dress is like the Predator.
But I can't hit anything. It's the downside.
Yeah. All right. Ching Shi. It's up to you.
I don't think I can hit all these dudes at once. Let's see. So we now know, because Ting has told us through comms, that there's another hangar.
Right.
Somewhere, and it seems to be directly beneath us.
I will tell you,
and a big ass ship. They've got a big ass ship in another hangar.
The data that you're coming back with your battle dress, your onboard computer is telling you this guy is injured. He's not looking great.
Right. I'm wondering if we should, I don't know, tighten formation and head downstairs. Because we're having a hard time hitting them, sure, but they're also having a hard time hitting us.
So up here, this platform is the maglev platform.
So that's to the hangar?
Right. According to the information that Ting got on his scan, that would lead you to the hangar.
I'm wondering if a strategic retreat wouldn't be in order. Because, I mean, we're sitting here trying to open each other's tin cans and nothing's happening.
Right.
Or very little is happening.
Right.
If we could, we could continue to sit here and try and open each other's tin cans, or we can, like, go down to the hangar and rendezvous or something like that.
I thought if we all got breaching guns, we could probably turn the tide, but none of us are aware that there's one at this point. But yeah, that's definitely a thought.
Okay, well, you'd be making the call, Captain. So until you do, I'm going to try and hit the injured guy, I suppose.
Okay.
I'm just as food for thought. We're firing at them, nothing's happening. They're firing at us, nothing's happening.
Well, I mean, you could make a shot, and then you could use the grav assist on your scout armor and land on the platform.
Right, but I'm not going to initiate moving the group without Captain's orders.
Oh, okay.
That's a dick move. I'm not going to do that. Like, peace, guys. Good luck. Like, that's not going to happen. So, until I get orders, I'm going to fire on the wounded guy.
All right. You aiming again? For that sweet +1?
And 12, and then 13.
Okay, that is a plus.
5.
That is a +5.
That is fucking like it.
And that's
12.
AP6, right?
Yeah, 12, 16, 18, 20. It sounds like it's going to be so much. Okay, wait, hold on. 12, 10, 13, 18, plus 5 is 23.
Okay.
All that.
Ooh. So this guy whoops, that's not what I wanted. He takes a Gauss slug to his chest. You can, from Ching-Shi, from your position, you can see that the Gauss slug went into the center of his battle dress and came out the back side. He doesn't fall, but Keith, you can see that there is a lot of blood coming out of this hole in his chest.
There you go, guys. 2 hours of battle, and we've killed 2 of them.
Well, he's not quite dead yet. I feel happy. Well, he is not at all happy about that. He is going to shoot at Ching-Shi, taking a -2 because she is on the grate 10 meters above him. Shit. And he misses. So there are sparks as Gauss fire ricochets off around you. This guy is a little concerned about Ox at this point and is going to shoot at him. Hits with a 9. Oh boy.
Is he like in the wall?
He's sticking his head out the door.
Oh, okay.
So what's the protection on your battle dress, Ox?
The protection on the battle dress is 20.
Well, what tech level is it?
13 scout.
Okay. Oh, it's scout. Okay. So you take 4 points of damage as it goes through your battle dress.
Ouch.
That could have been a lot worse. This guy.
Did he get any armor from the wall that he's hiding behind?
I will give you some armor. I will give you +6. So you only take 1 point.
Okay.
this guy is going to shoot at Rexar. Oh my god. This guy catastrophically misses Rexar.
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
And it hits the guy behind him. Shit. He kills his own guy. Yeah, he missed catastrophically and shot his own rifleman. But hey, man, it's okay because it was friendly fire. This guy is going to shoot at Beth. And hits with a 10 for +2. Wait. So 23 points of damage, AP6. Is it AP6 or AP5? AP5. Which means Beth, your battle dress is protection 22, right?
I have 27 written on my sheet. Is that for the TL12 camouflage, or did I fuck it up? I don't think I did, but
well, that would be for the camouflage. But what TL is the battle dress? I think it's 13, isn't it?
It's on the 14. Can't read my own writing.
I'm pretty sure it's 13.
I paid for money. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's 13, so that means you have protection plus 22, which means you took 7 points.
Okay.
Are you still standing?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, then it's a good day. Keith, what would you like to... You see this guy go down in a hail of his buddy's gunfire. What would you like to do?
I'm going to head towards Ox. Let's see. Let me find out how far I can go. Okay. So right there. And I'm going to fire on this guy.
Okay.
Oh.
Time to injure somebody else.
Yeah. $12.
So +4 to damage.
That is another 30.
Damn. All right. So once more, you get 8 points through his battle dress, and the air fills with the smell of burning flesh and ozone. Rexar, what would you like to do here?
Try to shoot PGMP again. That's the guy to my south.
Okay, so this guy down here.
Yep.
Do it.
Wow. 8 barely with modifiers.
So you got an 8?
Yes.
That hits. So what is that, 1DD?
Yeah.
Roll 1D times 10.
That's going to be 5 times 7.
So 50. Shit. This guy just had a really bad day. Now I have a question. I mean, I don't think this really matters, but okay. I was gonna say, does the PGMP have armor piercing? No, it just does a whole lot of damage. So this guy takes 28 points. Rexar hits this guy with the PGMP, and he doesn't vaporize. You see this battle dress kind of, it looks like it catches fire and just melts into a partial puddle on the ground. There's just not a whole lot left of this battle dress. Minor action, did you want to move at all?
I'll get nice. With some personal, if right there.
Oh, I know what you're going to do. Ting, do you want to be dropped off, or do you want to launch another missile?
You know, I think with the explosion and all that, it would be a great time for me to plead to their better senses and try to parlay with them and try to get them to surrender. I think now is a good time. I shook the mountain with a missile, you know, and they have no idea who or what I am, at least in my mind. I'm thinking that. And, you know, I'm under no obligation to be honest with them. So I would like to, on their channel, you know, and I'll also broadcast it on our channel so our people hear what I'm saying. And I will say Jericho's server, Jericho's forces, this is the Star Dragon Ting of Yggdrasil. You are now under arrest for being in our area. This is a Drinax area. You are to disarm and desuit immediately or face extreme annihilation. The warning shot was just a warning. I will unleash a barbette of missiles if you do not comply.
Make a persuasion check. Persuasion
Okay.
plus intellect or education.
Okay. Can I add anything for my social?
I will, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, you're right. Go ahead and make a persuasion check plus your social modifier.
Wonderful. Then I will do a 2, and let's just see what happens with the dice. Been real lucky so far tonight, so this one will probably crap out. But with the power of positive thinking, I got a 12.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
So the reply that you get back is the first thing that you hear is there is a general order that goes out to hold fire. All teams hold fire. And you hear, he then says, Star Dragon Knight of Yggdrasil, give me a moment to confirm with my superiors.
Don't leave me impatient. I'm very impatient. Your superiors should know what just hit them. I'll hit them again.
Okay.
You have 3 minutes to comply.
Okay.
If I detect you trying to power up that ship, I will annihilate it.
Hawks, what would you like to do?
Do I see those geodeck guys standing down?
Yeah, this one in front of Rexar is probably shitting his armor, This one, he hasn't put his gun down, but they're not firing.
Okay. Well, I'll mention over the comms that there's more of these guns that just blow up walls. If anybody's interested.
They're great for blowing up walls, guys.
Yeah, but I won't shoot or anything. I'll stand down.
Okay. Ox, make a recon plus intellect check.
Recon plus intellect. Go to skills. Let's see if I can suck in my dice roll again. 7.
So looking through this hole that you made in the wall, you can see that there are a number of crates in there, and you can see the light that's spilling in specifically on this crate. You can see that the crates are marked with the Star Dragon insignia of Sindal.
Oh, interesting.
And they're large crates. They look, I mean, you would guess that each one of these crates is probably 2 tons each. They're like shipping containers. Captain Beth, what would you like to do? Oh, that's perfect. Yes.
So I found the battle dress that I bought, and it's TL14.
Oh, okay, so you had 25. So you only took 4 points then.
Okay, that's more manageable. All right, I want to hightail it over to where the breaching guns are, since they're standing down for some reason.
Okay.
How many can
I did all of that on both channels.
Yeah, so you heard everything.
You probably know my voice as I talk a lot.
I feel like I asked every game how far I can go.
If you use 3 minor actions, you can move 18 meters. So you can totally make it to Ox.
Yeah, I'll just completely man it in there.
You might try open communications with the other riflemen. They're subdued.
And we'll just walk over, I guess. I don't know. Yeah,
Okay.
Good hightail over to where stuff is down here. But yeah, everybody grab a breaching gun. Everyone who wants one. Free breaching gun under every studio audience seat in here.
Ching Shi, what would you like to do?
Well, I will follow Captain's orders.
I mean, you already have a breaching gun.
I don't know. I mean, am I wearing that too? I mean, I have the multi-gun mount. I've been using my sniper rifle. I have one in my possession, but it's probably still on the ship.
The multi-gun...
Unless I get to mount all my guns to my multi-gun mount. Which makes me feel like I just literally pull it out of my ass, but...
Pretty much.
If I can do that, I will.
I mean, they pretty much just become a part of your armor, more or less.
Okay.
Let me...
Well then, I don't need a breaching gun. I have one.
To the elevator platform.
Yeah, and I'll fly over to the elevator platform.
Okay, so let's see here. So you have integrated weapon mount. I don't see multi-gun mount, but I see integrated weapon mount.
I thought it was multi-gun. It took up all 12 slots. That's what my note said. But...
Well, maybe you got multiples of these, because like a rifle, so that would be a breaching gun, for example, only takes 2 slots.
Right. I think I might have misunderstood how it was written. So what? Just tell me how it's supposed to work, and that's what I'll do.
I'm still looking. Yeah, the only one that I see is, I mean, there's vehicle weapon mount, there's integrated weapon mount, and then there is heavy weapon mount. So, integrated weapon mount per rifle would be 2 slots each. And those are only 1,000 credits. I mean, and you've got, what, 10 slots?
12.
So, yeah, I would assume that you purchase multiples of these. So like I said, each rifle is 2 slots. The pistol takes 1 slot. You could put in a bladed weapon for 1 slot, and a heavy weapon costs 10 slots.
Okay. Well, I'm over at the elevator.
Okay.
And Captain, do you want us to hold fire until we figure out what's going on?
To fire on people who surrendered, or wait, what?
Well, they haven't surrendered. They're not currently shooting, but nobody has surrendered yet.
I'm tired of shooting at these guys because I can't seem to do any damage, so let's just hightail it out of there for now. There's just 2 of them.
Okay. Then I guess I just flew over there. That's my turn.
Okay. So I mean, you've got two more actions. You could aim on this guy and get a +2 on your next turn, should you need it.
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay. The Judeco firemen or riflemen radio to their commanding officers and say, you know, 1/3 of our units down. Request clarification. Are we standing down? What are we doing? And there's no immediate response to that. But they don't fire. Keith, what would you like to do?
I think I'm going to head to the platform.
Okay.
So I can get.
Did you want to breach?
I already have.
Oh, you already have one. Jeez, everyone but me had one of these cool.
the door opener. Now the question is Rexar going to use his minor action to pull out his axe and just ruin the piece, or what's Rexar going to do?
Gonna hold out my hand expectantly and relieve him of his weapon.
Okay, he is going to resist that. So you can make a opposed athletic strength check.
Okay. What'd you get?
He got a 10.
I got a 13.
Okay, so you rip the gun out of his hands. It's through his faceplate. You can see that this guy is not at all happy about this situation. And he, as a free action, he says over the comms, he's like, "Sir, this Aslan just disarmed me."
Yeah, you're surrendering. What's the point?
Ting, what would you like to do?
Well, if they've not said back that they're surrendering or whatever, I would like to go ahead and put a lock right there on their ship.
A fire lock?
Yes, that will let them know that I am not fucking around.
You wouldn't be able to get a lock on their ship.
Because I don't have line of sight due to the collapsed hangar?
Yeah, hold on a second.
Okay.
I'm trying to...
Maybe you should play the Jeopardy music to increase the pressure, I think.
I will then. I will put on I will put on a deep and dark bluegrass band. Maybe singing about how the guy is a broken cowboy and his son has died. Real depressing down, and I will then I will whisper in the background, just think of your parents and how they hear about your demise as I've sold your body parts on the open market to Augment Raiders. And I will tell them that they have still 1 minute to comply, or I will send more missiles into the hangar and down upon the palace.
Okay.
Yeah, they must surrender to my Sindalian forces who are already in the palace, and disarm and get out of their combat suits. Surrender. Yeah, plead for that.
So you get a reply.
My roll kick in.
You get a reply back, and he says, "It's going to take a moment for us to gather our troops."
Well, I've already taken care of your auxiliary ship and its cutter, so I'm not sure how much you need to muster or anything.
Okay.
You don't really have a lot, so basically get naked and report to the palace or die.
Ox, what would you like to do? Now I'm curious to see how this turns out.
Well, with all that high-level diplomacy going on, I'm going to go look through the hole I blew.
Okay.
And if I can, I'll go in there and start investigating.
Go ahead and make a go ahead and make an investigation plus intellect check.
I'm gonna go AFK for just a second.
Okay.
Wow. How about a 0?
They're big containers, but they're all locked up. But what you can tell just from immediately looking in here is that, for the most part, this looks like a machine shop. Captain Beth, what would you like to do? You now have... Oh, she's stepped away. There she is.
I guess on the other part of the room. I'm still sorry.
So, you now have a breaching gun.
I'll book it back towards the place I told everyone else to go, or else I'll look really hypocritical.
Okay.
Oh, I can almost make it. Boom.
I don't know if maybe I'm just not used to metric, but it seems like these maps are a lot smaller than they are when you use feet. But anyways.
Yeah.
Ching Shi.
Well, it seems like we're in holding plan until we figure out what's going on.
Ching Shi, go ahead and make a recon plus intellect check. So, you see this guy, like I said, they didn't put their weapon down, but they're not firing. But you see this guy kind of tensing up, and he's looking at Rexar. Rexar now has the other guy's gun in his hand. And this guy is tensing up like he might be getting ready to fire.
I want to fly down and tackle him.
Okay. Go ahead.
What kind of check it is.
So
that's what I want to do.
go ahead and make your choice, either athletics, dex, or athletics strength.
Okay. Let's see. I only have athletics at 0, but then my dex is +2 and my strength is +4. I don't know what that means.
So you can make, I would use strength. Go ahead and so it's just 2D plus your.
It doesn't matter that it's, when you say athletics dex, you don't mean that dex is a category within athletics.
So there are different types. You could do athletics dex. You could do athletics strength. You could do athletics endurance. Athletics dex would be that's athletics dex plus your dex modifier.
Okay. So if athletics is 0, then it's still plus my dex modifier.
Right, which would be 2. So,
Okay.
yeah.
But I'll do strength because that's +4. See. 8, 10.
Okay. You tackle this guy, and he goes down on the floor, and you have him pinned.
Cool.
I'm going to have him roll dex to see if he actually drops his gun. Oh, yeah, and his Gauss rifle goes sliding across the floor.
Nice. I'm not going to say anything clever. I'm just going to keep him pinned with my gun to his helmet.
So these two riflemen surrender to you. They basically tell you they don't care what their superiors say. They surrender.
Fucking cool.
Will they tell us what's in the crates?
Yeah. You know, like, we don't get paid enough for this. Each one of those crates is 2 tons of Sandalian spares.
Nice.
So,
Capri Sun. You can fix it up.
right, that's exactly what that is. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So there's 8 tons of spares in here to add to Capri Sun for making it like factory new.
How many troops make up the reinforcements and the crew downstairs?
He said that there were.
God.
He said that he's not. He said there's a bunch of scientists in the infirmary. He says he doesn't really know what they're doing in there. That's all very hush hush, and it's below his pay grade. But he says in the Royal Hangar there were 2 fire teams similar to this one, except that the fire teams that are there are only wearing combat armor. They've got TL-14 combat armor, and they had. Well, he says they had 2 BGMP gunners in battle dress.
Okay.
So these guys are disarmed, and they are both in battle dress. Did you want them not in battle dress? You could tell them to strip out of their cans.
I don't know. Have they ever thought about the glamorous life of pirating?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Got an 8.
So, they are not completely against that idea, because the fact of the matter is that the corporation is not going to be very kind to these guys, considering that they surrendered without orders to do so.
Okay, I'll tell them where to hang out to get picked up.
Okay. These 2 guys.
Are we gonna try and help the scientists or anything?
I have a feeling the scientists are evil.
Because in the infirmary? You don't think they're there against their will?
No, I assume they were doing weird medical research.
Yeah, they are Judeo scientists.
I don't know.
No, they're evil.
Like everyone who works for Jacko, nobody likes it. Like Walmart.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Okay, so I'll keep more of an open mind with that comment. Yeah, good point.
Well, yeah, because I'm just wondering if there's like, I don't know. I mean, we're down here. We're obviously meant to propel things forward. There's got to be something interesting happening that we need to know. Maybe it's happening among the scientists. So maybe we should go talk to them. And maybe we tell these two former riflemen that if they help us with that, then they'll earn a spot in our fleet. No questions asked.
Sure, if they want to go down with us. I mean, I don't know. Do we trust them enough to do that?
Well, how much of a threat is their failure with Judeco?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Because if they know they're fucked, and we say, hey, we're a haven for the fucked, come on board.
That's true.
Let's put them in front of us also.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not saying let's walk ahead of them holding hands and unarmed. I mean, obviously keep an eye, but they can earn a spot on the crew.
It would be really nice to have anybody else that could use battle dress that I could leave in places to watch stuff. Okay. So yeah.
Okay.
Write down together.
So, Ting, you have not heard back from these guys yet. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm not hearing back from them, and they're not talking?
No, there's been no response, and you're not hearing any communication on the line.
Well, then that means they've switched channels.
Right. I think they're stalling.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to, how damaged is this hangar? Is the ship effectively pinned in?
No, it's not that damaged.
Well, let's hit it again.
Okay.
Yeah. Hit it again, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
She presses the big red button. Oh, yeah. Shit. 160 points of damage. This time, part of the ceiling collapses in, and now the hangar, there is rubble in front of the hangar exit. The ship, it would have to be cleared before the ship can leave.
And then I will make a final plea that on the open channel for all to hear that any Judeco that wish to surrender under our terms will be treated fairly and humanely and provided passage to their home worlds. Those that put up resistance will be either executed or sold to the Augman slavers on the open market.
Okay.
Let's make them into sausages first.
We could do that.
Everybody likes sausages.
I could bring out the Bob threat and go, I'll have my medic remove your arms and legs, and you'll lie in my bunk room and watch me fornicate with myself all the time.
Wow. So, okay. So, then my question is, for the guys that are down here in the hangar, basically everybody but Ting, are you guys getting on the maglev train?
I believe so. I mean, that's what I'm asking everyone to do when they're players. Yeah.
Okay. Let me gather everybody together here so I can copy and paste you.
Oh, sort of like a transporter. You're going to copy us and...
Yeah, basically, yeah. Beam you over to the next map. Because that's just the easy way. That's my tip for lazy DMing and role-playing. Copy and paste.
Yep.
Well, hopefully these two riflemen will have joined our forces, and that's some kind of reinforcement, guys.
So once again, we'll have Ting just off the main map.
This is cool.
So you guys are on this tram, and it's automated, and you can hear this as you know, if you've ever ridden the Max line here in Portland, it's like ding, and you hear an automated soft voice say, next stop is the infirmary. And this thing takes off. It's a maglev train, but it's not necessarily a bullet train, so it's not moving, at rapid speed. But it is clipping right along. You wouldn't want to hang an arm out the window or anything. You hear, after, I don't know, you've probably been traveling for maybe a minute or two. Doesn't take very long. You hear the sound of metal being ripped open, and then you kind of hear, well, you feel it more than you hear it. It sounds like something fairly heavy clunks down into the car behind you.
That's not ominous. I was talking to Devin about the DIA train. I don't know if have you guys ever been to that?
No.
DIA is in the airport in Denver.
Oh, no, I did not have to ride that train. The bus?
You should be glad.
The bus line was terrible.
It goes, yeah, howdy, y'all. I'm the mayor of Denver, blah, 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 but it's like on a loop. It's like the most painful thing.
They do that on the buses, too.
Oh, they do? Oh,
Yeah.
I heard the message then. Okay, never mind.
So,
we're all on this page.
So here, so the buses, so we're sitting there, right, and we get on this bus, and it's Denver, right? So there's all these people that are flying in so they can go on ski trips, okay? They built, right, they built this like $8.5 billion airport, and then they didn't have any way for passengers to easily load or stow their skis on the trains or the buses. So all these people are having to hold their ski equipment as they're on the bus, and there's not nearly enough seating, so some of these poor bastards had to stand around. Dumb.
Yeah, people were stranded there for like 2 weeks in the last blizzard that I went through there. And that's when I was like, I'm gonna leave forever now. This weather is not worth any of this shit. So yeah.
Denver's a sad place.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. Okay, so a metallic clunk.
Yes. Something heavy has dropped into the car behind you is the feeling that you get.
Well, someone should probably shoot it with a breaching gun. Just saying.
Go check it out. I'll go check it out.
Everybody roll initiative. Including Ting, so that we have you in the stack. Wow, a 1 was the best that we got going there, huh? Okay.
I can't add any or number.
Got a -2.
Ting, you're at -2?
Yes.
There we go. So, Keith, you hear this rending sound and then a thump. What would you like to do? It's coming from this direction.
So, suppose I will look into there.
What, you're gonna open the door? Can you make it over there and?
Yeah, I think I can make it over there definitely, but I mean that's.
We can't see it on the initiatives thing. It didn't have numbers either, though. Just...
Yeah, I can get over there.
Oh, did I miss? Oh, I see. Sorry. Shit. Hold on. So, Keith, can you see yourself in the initiative stack now?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
But that's all I can see is me and Ox and the agent.
Right. Yeah, I'm re-adding some people here. Roll20 does stupid things when you switch maps. So.
Oh, okay.
And now Rexar should be there.
3 rather than a 1.
Oh, you had a 3? There you go.
Yeah.
Is that -1? There's Beth. There's Ching Shi. Why is this? So Ching Shi got a 2? Hey. And why are there... Ox, did you get a -2?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right, and there's Ting.
Something's -2.
Okay. There we go. Now you guys should see everybody, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, Keith, you get to the door and you look through and you see this guy, and he has, this guy's heavily cybered out. Like, half his face is metal, his left eye is cybernetic. It looks like just a glowing, like a red dot kind of thing. Both of his arms are cybernetic. He has a pistol on each hip, but instead of using the pistols, he has a static blade in each hand.
Shit. So I'm going to tell everyone.
As far as armor goes, this guy looks like he's just wearing a flak shell, or a flak jacket. Let me double check that. Or is he wearing cloth?
Do we have our rifleman here?
No, he's wearing a flak shell. Yeah, are you guys bringing your riflemen with you?
Yeah, I think there's several.
Okay. So you got these two poor bastards sitting in a seat there.
Do they know what the thing is?
They're like, nope, never seen that guy before.
Must be new. New hires.
the one guy he's sitting in the chair and he kind of looks up and he looks over through the window and he goes, yeah, he looks important. He looks way, way high up the food chain. The other guy says, yeah, that looks like an agent. So Keith, what would you? So you see this through the door.
Do you want to get out of the way?
Yeah, I'm going to move to the side because I don't want to be attacked immediately. And I guess aim.
Okay. So yeah, you can aim for, this door or this door. Both these doors are still closed. There's a little interconnecting area here. Right now you're taking up the bicycle rack area of the Max train.
Nice.
Xing Shi, what would you like to do?
So he's all cybernetic. I wonder if he runs on the Wi-Fi. Maybe we could hack his bodysuit to stop.
I'm gonna just. That thought has come up multiple times in numerous threads. I'm just gonna say no because I don't foresee that ever really being a possible thing. And yes, I've played Cyberpunk 2077, and it just gets really weird when you're hacking people's eye sockets. It's very strange.
Sounds cool. Well, short of like an EMP to throw in there, I guess I'm just doing the same, taking cover and aiming at the door.
Okay. Rexar, are you going to rush in where fools fare to tread? Well, of course. Are you opening the door, or are you just standing in front of the door? Are you muted?
Yeah, I was. Is there a button at the front of the door, to just disengage the rear cart?
No. There's just a button to open and close the door. Actually, it's not even really a button to close it. You hit the button, the door opens, and it waits for a second, and then it shuts on its own.
I think so.
And I mean, these doors aren't like, they're fairly flimsy. It's not going to take much to go through these doors.
Is this, right here, is it walled on all sides, or is it like open cart?
It's walled on all sides. It's kind of like an accordion thing.
I kind of want to take the PGMP and just cut a circle.
Jesus Christ.
Do it.
If you you're probably going to do a lot more than cut a circle.
Just sever the back part from our part and keep going.
Right. You could do that.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a heavy weapons plus dex check.
That's 10.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That is 40.
Okay. So, yeah, you completely sever this section. Why would it? There we go. I was lagged out for a second. Jumps and grabs the door. Out from under his jacket, 2 more arms come out and grab the sides of the door. So he's got 4 arms. 2 are holding static blades, and 2 are hanging on to the edge of the train.
Can I use my reaction Sparta pick him to try and keep him from coming?
I will allow you to do that, but you're at a -1 because you're doing multiple actions.
Sure. That is a total of 11.
Yeah. So let's see here. That is a +3 to damage. Roll 1d plus your strength modifier +3.
Plus 3, so 10.
Okay.
Is that kick him off of the train, or that's what I was going for?
He is able to hang on to the train, but he does take 2 points of damage. Oops.
Uh-oh.
That's not what I wanted. Captain Beth, what would you like to do?
In the way.
Right.
Okay. Looks like I'm gonna aim, I guess. How much room is there? There's no room for me in there. Okay, I'm gonna get a little cover and aim with the breaching gun. Hopefully,
Okay.
I might get it.
All right. So yeah, you got a little cover. The chairs in the train will give you an additional +2 to your armor, and you moved, and then you get a +1 on your next turn for aiming.
Cool.
Ox, what would you like to do?
That chair idea sounds good. Get behind it, ready to shoot, aim at the door.
Okay. So you'll have a +1. Ting, you are still up there. You still have not heard back from these guys.
Yeah. They're probably waiting for the results of this encounter that I'm not even sure I know what's going on. So I guess I'll need to see if I can get their comm chatter and see if I can pick up a new line.
Go-
Change channels to auxiliary or something like that.
Go ahead and make an electronics comms plus intellect or education check, and you get a +2. So you do get another live line. But this line, at first you think that you're picking up dead silence. Then you can hear like the faint sound of somebody breathing kind of hard. And you hear a woman's voice contact you directly. And she says, "I'm coming for you and all of your friends, and I'm taking those orbs with me."
Well, can I tell the direction that this is coming from?
Yeah. It came from the Royal Hangar.
Oh, I'm sorry. You must be under the impression that you're ever gonna leave the damn planet. I'm gonna sell your insides to sick little people.
And she goes click and turns the radio off.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm really not sure what else I can do at this moment. The hangar is stopped. Damaging it further serves no purpose. Yeah.
Okay. Did you want Shenanigans to drop you off at the Royal Hangar?
No, because I don't really have the combat capabilities of dealing with any of these crazy fucks.
That's true.
And bravery is not really my strong suit. I mean, I'm in a totally safe ship, and as far as I know, no one has any kind of ship that can, fuck around. And I have ship weapons.
That's true.
Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna hold fast for my turn. There's obviously somebody that clicked in, and yeah, I have no interest in letting them fucking hurt me.
Okay.
Not this round.
Okay. So the agent is going to make 2 attacks with his static blades on Rexar. The second attack will be at a -1. So his first attack misses. His second attack hits with a 9. And the static blade has AP6. For 18 damage, which means that Rexar would take 2 points.
Turn on the shield.
Okay. So that you use a reaction to block with your shield. You realize that this static blade has the capability of cutting into your battle dress.
Oh shit.
Keith Clark, you can fire if you'd like, and you get a +1 for aiming.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire here at point blank range with my laser rifle. That sounds good.
Okay. God, I thought you were going to say that you were going to use the breaching gun. I was like, oh yes, please use the breaching gun. This will be beautiful. That's going to be like...
Yeah, so I got 8.
That's a hit. No bonus damage, but it is a hit.
All right. $21.
Oof. He is going to take 13. And you blast him, and he goes flying off the train and goes, ah! down the shaft. And that is the end of the agent. Soon, it doesn't take very long, the train starts slowing and coming to a stop, and the soft computerized voice doesn't even act like it cares that half the train was destroyed. It comes to a stop and it goes ding. Now at the infirmary, and all the doors open up.
Finally.
Hold on. Just going to do it that way. There you are. Okay. And once again, we'll just move Ting off to the side here. You know what? I'm going to be smart and move him over here. That way I don't have him covered up by the initiative stack. And we will pick this up next week with you guys seeing what's going on in the infirmary.
Cool. Can't wait.
Nice.
You guys did really well. In fact, you guys did so well, I'm going to let everybody get 1 XP point. Ting, for good role play and excellent use of the ship, you get 2 XP points.
Ooh.
Cool. Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
Thanks, you too. Fine. Good night. I have to figure out what I'm going to spend my 2 on.